Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna, I'm Rajarsi Dasa. Welcome to Hare Krishna today. On today's program, we're continuing to discuss preparation for spiritual initiation. Yes, the education required to come on the spiritual platform. So, in the Hare Krishna movement, for people to formally be initiated and so on, they have to undergo this test. Apart from at least a year chanting minimum 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna mantra on beads and giving up meat eating, intoxication, gambling and illicit sex, people need to prove that they understand something about this spirituality, our existence. What is spiritual life? So we had been studying the subject matter of the material nature. So we are not just doing so theoretically just to understand something, but we're trying to put it in context so that we can actually benefit from it. We understand how we fit into the whole picture. So you might think this one is really theoretical. The next subject matter, describe the structure of the universe and locate the earth within that universe. Now this one may really appear theoretical to you because you may be wondering, well, the universe exists there and but we, in a broader context, we should understand how we, the eternal souls, Brahmanda Brahmite Konya Bhagavan Jeev Guru Krishna Kripaye Paye Bhakti Lata Bij, how the eternal souls are wandering all over the universe. Yes, like a football being kicked all over the field, souls are just wandering all over the universe. So it may be good news for you to think, we're not encouraging anybody to wander upwards. That is there in the Gita also. Yanti Deva Vrata Devan. If you're kind of foolish or less intelligent, as Krishna say, then you can worship devatas, you can go to the higher planets, but the result, alpa medhasa, those who have small intelligence, Krishna says the fruits are limited and temporary. But we should know that it exists. It is not, we're not encouraging that, but it exists. It is religion also. People want these things. So it's there. So let us take a look. Generally, you'll hear people chanting Om Bhur Bhuvaha Swa. These are planetary systems, and there are divisions: upper, middle, and lower planetary systems. So 14 planetary systems are subdivided: Bhur Bhuva Swa. So these planets as follows: from Satyalok, Tapalok, Janalok, Mahalok, Swargalok, Bhuvarlok, Bhurlok, Atal, Vital, Sutala, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, and Patala. 14. So now they are divided into categories. And it's important for us to note that Rasatal, the lower regions of the universe, are hellish planets where impious souls are punished. The lower regions of the universe, of course, there are subterranean heavenly planets also in the lower section of the universe. There are beings, demoniac beings, and they enjoy certain types of pleasure. In certain scriptures, you will get description of extremely beautiful women, and they enjoy in this way. So you may think, well, it's only in the heavenly regions the kinnaras and the apsaras and the godly beings, the beautiful damsels, only in the heavenly regions of the universe. But actually, in the lower regions of the universe, there's a great deal of suffering. Yes, the souls, impious souls, go to the lower regions of the universe and they suffer out a great amount of reactions to their sinful activities. As a matter of fact, when an average human being dies, he may perform some good in his life. So, what? You have some good results to get. But then what about all the impious and sinful activities that you've performed? Remember in a previous program we said the mind is our best friend and the worst enemy. So the mind, when it becomes attracted to sinful activities, then we're creating a reaction. But the same person, once in a blue moon, he may perform a puja. He may go to a blue moon puja or full moon puja once in a while. But then what is his diet and what is his understanding, his sinful activities? He has to suffer for it. So, we may not be pious enough to make it to the heavens. It's not that easy. Once in Mahabharata, Yudhishthira was hearing, he wanted to hear about the regions of the universe, but really he was interested, he wanted to know about his father, if his father is an Indraloko. So then he was a little disappointed that he only heard that this King Harishchandra, he is there, but he didn't hear about other persons. So what made King Harishchandra go there? Oh, he had performed the Rajarsi, his sacrifice, so he had attained this destination. But anyway, the idea is that in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is describing in the 9th chapter that there are souls who, by following the Vedas and so on, they attain the heavenly planets. Yes, they've exhausted their sinful reaction and they perform the pious activities, the sacrifices, and they can attain the heavenly region. But then Krishna says, Kshine punya martya lokam vishanti. But then they fall back down to this mortal planet again. So the earth planet is like a generating station. You perform some activities and you can go up, like you get a 6 months visa and you go up and you go north. Yes, and you exhaust. You stay out your 6 months and then you have to come back again. So like that, souls are wandering all over the universe. So from the topmost planet, Krishna says, Brahma bhuvana loka punarabhartino Arjuna. He says all over, you go to the topmost, you go to Brahma Loka and so on. They're all places wherein repeated birth and death take place. So sometimes unintelligent and foolish people, they think, well, any God you worship, it is all the same. That's like, you think that you buy a ticket to Tobago and you can fly to New York or London or Bombay with it. So ignorant people, they think, yeah, you can worship anybody and you think you could, but know for a fact that it is not that cheap that in ignorance you could close your eye and do something in ignorance and think that you will make it. Krishna says, Ashradhana Purusha, those persons who are Ashradha, who don't have faith in what I am saying, Mrityu Samsara Vartmani, they'll return to this path of birth and death. So the scriptures describe the planetary system, the heavenly planets, the planet of the Devatas, millions of Devatas, the higher regions of the universe, Gandharva Loka, you have the Apsaras, many celestial beings, very attractive, yes. But an intelligent person knows it's hell in Bhagavad, 5th canto Bhagavad. Shukadeva Goswami was describing the structure of the universe and the planetary systems. So when he described the hell and the suffering, the emperor, King Parikshit, he was filled with compassion. He started to ask, how can souls avoid this hell, this suffering? How can they avoid going there and experience this hell? So Shukadeva Goswami, he just threw out something. He said that you perform sinful act, then you have to perform some pious act to counteract that. Yeah, you perform a small sin, you have to perform some small atonement. You perform big sin, you perform some big atonement. So you have to perform pious activities to counteract the sinful activities. But the emperor was very intelligent. He said, this sinning and atoning, he said, Kvachit nivartate bhadrat, kvachit charati tat punaha, prayaschitam atopartam, manye kunjara shauchavat. He said, I consider this to be manye kunjara shauchavat. I consider this to be like the bathing of an elephant. Elephant would take a bath in the river, but then it will roll on the sand and dirty its skin again. So he said this atonement, and then a person goes back again and does it. So he said this, I don't see how people could attain anything by this. We say it is hogwash religion. It's like trying to bathe a hog if you don't. So Shukadeva Goswami then agreed with King Parikshit. He said, you're right. Kechet kevalaya bhaktya vasudeva parayana ghamdunvanti karshnina niharam iva bhaskara. He said, Kechet, a rare person who has adopted this process of unalloyed devotion to God. Only this person can uproot, eradicate, take out by the root. He can uproot these desires for sinful life and sense gratification. In other words, where there is calm, there is no ram. In other words, when the souls are filled with this calm, this lust, this burning desire, prema, love for God will not manifest in that heart. It will not. It's not a cheap process. We have to undergo the regulations and the restrictions for the bhakti, the devotion, the love for God to manifest. There are 9 stages to prema. Beginning with Adau Shraddha, some preliminary faith. Yeah, there are many people who just taken out a radio program or television program, and then gradually they start having some faith. And gradually, and then they would start practicing something. Because by repeated hearing, their faith increases, and then they realize this is not just a theoretical thing. I have to be situated in spiritual practice. I have to take up some practice. And the holy name is so powerful that Sarva Papa Pranashanam, it can destroy all sin, it can destroy all vices. So when a person understands the universe, and he understands that despite all these different higher planetary system and all the great amount of enjoyment available there, but then he understands hellish planet, when he knows the hell and the suffering, can you imagine? You cooking the bodies of living beings and you go to Yamaloka and you have to be fried in boiling oil? Now I'm not making up that. If you read the 5th canto of the Bhagavatam, read the 3rd canto, Lord Kapila describing adverse fruitive activities. These 18,000 verses are describing the entire universe, reality distinguished from illusion, describing everything. So when we know the hell that souls are undergoing in this world, of course Maya makes it look very nice. Maya covers up. Maya has a little a little coating of pleasure for the great amount of hell and suffering in this world. But there's a little coating of pleasure. And that has the souls going for it, lifetime after lifetime. They're struggling, they're working very hard. We give the example of the donkey. The washerman, he puts a very, very heavy load on the donkey to carry. And then he ties a stick with a carrot in the front. And the donkey is thinking, I'll get this carrot now. And so he's going and he's thinking, soon I'll get it, soon I'll get it. And he's going, and then he's carrying this heavy load. Avidya karma samgyanya. Ignorance in the material world has us like donkeys, lifetime after lifetime, thinking, I'll get it now, I'll get the carrot now, I'll get the carrot now, and punarapi jananam, and we end up in another body, and we end up in another body, and so we're going, lifetime after lifetime. We say, Maya is the best businesswoman. Can you imagine? Yes, Maya is such a good businesswoman. Suppose somebody come and tell you, look, we have this really good program, right? Hear what? You invest $1,000, and in a week time, you're going to get $2,000. Yes. The next weekend, you're going to get $2,000. You say, okay. So you give him $1,000. Yeah. Or you give Maya, you put out. Then she comes again and say, actually, this thing is multiplying. We just need you. If you give $2,000 now, then you'll get $10,000 next week. So you didn't get anything, but you put out again 2,000, and you're hoping to get a bigger return, 10,000. But then again she comes and say, actually this equation, this thing is really multiplying good. We just need you to put out a bit more. You put out the 10,000, then the market, this thing is really good, you're going to get $100,000 next week. Now one time a person may be cheated, maybe 2 times. But can you imagine us being such fools that lifetime after lifetime, 8,400,000 species, Maya has us on the go? Yes. That's how good Maya makes this world look. Oh, it's such an attractive place. Yes. You know what it is? It's ice cream with sand. You like the nice taste in the material world, right? You like ice cream, right? What if it has a handful of sand in the ice cream? You relish it. It is nice. Huh? We're in the wrong place. And Maya is cheating us lifetime after lifetime. And that's why the scripture is saying, Utishta Jagrata, please wake up. Please wake up and try to understand. Prapya Varan, you have obtained a Vardhan, a great boon now. A human form with developed intellect. Wake up. Jeev Jago, Gaura Chandra Boli, Kota Nidra Jao Maya, Pisa Chira Koli. How long will you go sleeping in the lap of the witch called Maya? Yeah, how long will you go sleeping? Maya is so deceptive, yes, that we think we're going for a ride. You know the story, the kid story of Hansel and Gretel? These kids came into the woods and they saw this nice cottage made of chocolate, nice sweet, nice candy. And they thought, oh, what enjoyment. We're going to have a ball of a time. We're really going to have a good time here. Well, this is the cottage, this is the chocolate, this material world is Maya's chocolate cottage. Yes, the candy cottage. And all of us, We are going for it. Yes, we are going for it. But we do not know that there is a catch. There's a catch behind this. Like the kids, they didn't know that there is a witch behind this. They didn't know that. So everybody think, I'll come out great. I'll come out free. I'll just exploit it. I'll just enjoy it. You know, like fattening the pig, the farmer. Fattening the animal, and the animal is thinking, oh, what pleasure. Oof. We're just getting, so much food. But then to get your throat cut. So until and unless we wake up and understand the reality, what the Skanda Puran says, Vasudevam Parityagya yo anya devam upasate. Anybody who gives up Vasudev, Krishna, and they come to this world and anya devam upasate. You could take shelter of other gods, Brahma and Shiva. You could do like Ravan and Hiranyakashipu and so on. They had taken shelter. Hiranyakashipu had received great benedictions from Lord Brahma. Ravan was great devotee of Lord Shiva. Vrikasur, nice benedictions from Lord Shiva. So you give up Vasudeva and yo anya deva mupasate. You take shelter of other gods, yes. Swamataram parityagya swapachim vandate hi saha. It is like a fool who gives up an affectionate mother. Swamataram parityagya swapachim vandate hi saha. You take shelter of a witch. You think any good will come from taking shelter of a witch? So Maya in this world, yeah, this is nice. This is nice. And Krishna is saying in the Gita, you fools, you idiots. Sarva dharman parityajao. You think this religion is very nice. Bread, nice. Yamimang pushpitam vacham. Flowery words, pushpitam vacham. This is so nice. Do this and you will attain this. You will be able to enjoy like this. So Krishna says, when your mind is no longer disturbed by the flowery words of the Vedas, then Nishtrai Gunya, then you will be able to transcend the gunas, free from this duality, gain and safety. Yes, when you become free from this, then you will understand. Bhagavad, Dharma projita kaitava, it kicks out. Dharma praujita, it kicks out all materially motivated religious activities. Bhagavad kicks out all of them. It propounds the highest truth, which is a reality distinguished from illusion. It describes the eternal souls, the eternal world, the Supreme Lord, who is the reservoir of all pleasure, that all attractive person, the real Superman. Yes, in this world when we don't know that God, then we concoct a Superman and a Spider-Man and a $6 million man, and if the man not satisfying, you make Wonder Woman and Miss Universe. Yes, Maya has a whole range to keep us fooled in this world. How long you'll have to become a bhakta, a devotee of Spider-Man? How long will you have to worship and give oral reception to Superman? Will you get prema? Would you get love for God? Who is the God you are worshipping? Who you are giving? But Krishna is saying, Shruti Gatam Tanu Van Manobhir. Bhagavad is saying that those who can give oral reception, Pivanti Bhagavata Atmanatsatam, Katha Amritam Shravana Puteshu Samritam. Those who drink through oral reception, yes, they Vrajanti Tatcharana Saroruhantikam, they can get that shelter of the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead. That can be their destination. So what we are saying is this planetary system, if we understand the nature of the material world, the illusory world. Upper, yes, it looks nice, yeah, but not nice enough to attract me. And the hellish, the lower regions, hell, miserable, punishment. Then I won't be sinful. I won't just perform pious religious activities to go to some higher planets. But I'll understand what God is saying in the Bhagavad Gita. God comes and he speaks and he says, Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam is the king of all education. Sarva Dharman, abandon all this variety of religiosity. Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. You surrender unto me, you understand your constitutional position. So then you will be able to transcend this wandering all over the universe from one body to another, taking bodies and again, body after body in the material world. Maya has us on the run. Well, it is the wonderful amusement park. Yes, take bodies in the lower species and you're swimming in the ocean. And what about the voltia, gliding and so on? It's so nice. It looks so graceful. Yeah, the material world is very appealing. As someone said, Prabhupada was giving one lecture and somebody said, you said if person live and do so and so, he may become a dog in the next life. Well, I'd like to let you know that I would like to become a dog in my next life. And Srila Prabhupada said, then you have my blessings. You have my blessings. Come dog in your next life. You think, oh, of course they said dog is man's best friend, right? Maybe that's why they don't cut the throat of the dogs and eat it. Well, except maybe some part of the world, where the dogs don't fare so well, right? Yeah, well, but maybe some people treat them nicely, but they discriminate. Dog gets some good treatment and the other poor creatures, they get their throat cut. But anyway, we have just described the structure of the universe, and theoretical as it may sound, we are towing the line, we are wandering all over the universe, and we should know the reality where we belong to the eternal world, and we have all the faculties. We have a human form with developed intellect, and we can do what it takes now to get out of this material world. So I'm Rajarsi Dasa saying Hare Krishna, and we're going to continue this amazing, wonderful Brahminical evaluation, this Brahminical seminar. We're preparing our students, and you can take advantage of this also. Hare Krishna, and do join us again for a continuing presentation.